Alright guys, welcome back to another developer update. Still working on the name of the game, but as you're seeing on the screen right now, supposedly right now I'm calling it Tales of Acania. I'm also working on Apophis. The choice is yours. Now, this is a little bit different in an update, although I do have finally an interaction method being done in the game, but I wanted to at least give y'all another update of what's going on. Kind of had to go to pen and paper here, working a bit of the story over here. Not really going to show this too much because I don't really want to give away too much of what's going on here, but a lot of the story getting worked out from the main hooks. And then over here, I had to start actually taking the time because we're ready for the interaction system. We're ready for crafting and building, getting the benches going, getting those things worked in, so the freedom of players to be able to create and destroy and whatever they choose. So we've actually been working on some of those key features here, figuring out our resources, getting that all worked out. There we go. All right, so getting some basic resources worked out here. Resource map showing the different types of water and some of these things. These are very basic, very much in the beginning. But as you can see down here in the bottom, I have them worked out for the different aspects and areas of what they actually are. Having these resources worked out makes this a whole lot easier for me to figure out the types, qualities, aspects that are in here, what tiers are going to be at, to be able to make sure that they're actually effective in the game. So I know ahead of time, before I start putting a bunch of things together, exactly what's happening here. You'll even see in here we've already got the crafting benches actually being worked on, which in here of course have the general workbench, shows what materials are needed for this. All this is very much early stage, so some of this may change that you'll see on here. Big thing I'm working on now, since we're working on simple gathering and interaction with things, is I figured I'd go ahead and start working primarily on the different types of potions we have. Now, there's only going to be 3 ultimate categories when it comes to potions in the game. You're going to have your healing, your stimulants, and then your performance. Pretty much exactly as it sounds. Healing is going to be general healing. There's going to be one that's going to be a super powerful legendary item that is going to allow you to heal your stamina, your mana, and your health all at the exact same time. But that's going to be one of the in-game ones that you'll be able to regenerate all those. So we got all that finally getting worked out and tabletized here, including how much it costs to actually make the alchemy bench at those different tiers. And of course, everything will look different at those different tiers. Now, I still got a lot, obviously, to do here, but I've been having to put pen more to paper right now. So this kind of gives you a little output of the different type of benches we're going to be having here. We're going to have 10 in total, from alchemy bench to blacksmith station to clothing bench, cooking, obviously, carpentry, enchanting, general workbench, jeweler station. Camping is going to be pretty much exactly as it sounds. You're going to have the ability to camp anywhere in the world. And as you upgrade it, you'll be able to have a few of these benches actually incorporated as well for some basics that you can actually do, probably up to tier 2 while you're out in the field. Rest will require more. So yeah, kind of cool. We actually had that going. That's why you haven't heard from me too much. I've been having to put a lot of pen to paper here to get some things figured out, actually write in the game development document to be able to better organize things and know more of what I'm doing. But that's not why you're here. You actually want to see the most recent thing we actually got incorporated into the game. So I will go ahead and show how the interaction system is actually working right now. Finally have interaction with our foliage. Now this is very beginning. Haven't quite set it up yet to be locked out by needing to use a tool yet, but that will be coming. Oh, there we go. So if you come up over here in these bushes, let's see, we have a little meter that comes up. If you listen closely, you can hear the bush actually shakes a little bit. I need a better interaction with that one. We can actually break apart rocks. We do have the ability to interact with trees. Some of these are not quite set up yet properly. We go to one that actually is. Let's see here. There we go. Here I'm actually tripping and toppling. If you get a one that's actually out and about, though, you can actually see its interaction a bit better. Let's see here. Let's go to one that's not quite congested by a bunch of others. But yeah, it's coming together, guys. We got things working here. Let's see. How's this one? There we go. It actually falls over. That one decided to float on me. Alright. Like I said, still very early stages in development here, but we're getting it going. Respawns, as you just saw. So things all have a respawn timer form for the standard things in the world. You see, like, that one's going, toppling over. it's gone, and then you give it a few seconds. I set it to really short right now. You'll see the tree actually pops back into the world. I think it's like 16 seconds. There it is. See, it's back. Alright. So we do have that actually working and going. Pretty cool. We are going to have pretty much everything in the world interactable and used by some sort of source or substance or things. Fully replicated for networking, obviously. As well, this is primarily an MMO that we're working on building here. And you'll actually be able to gather, pick up the basic resources from whatever it is you're gathering from. General game, right? I mean, most of this is nothing new. It's been interesting getting that incorporated in here properly, though. But yeah, just a small update. Most of it's been textual based of actually building into resources, figuring out how we're going to get these working. The different tables that I want to be able to put in place, plus I got to model and design them because I do want different tables for each stage. So updates might be far and few between right now. I'm actually working that out and getting those details worked in, but I think you guys are going to be really excited when I do get the next level of interaction in here, because the next video I'm planning on showing is the trees actually falling, breaking to pieces. You actually have to manually go down and chop them down into individual pieces. You have to obviously use an axe or a pickaxe or whatever you're doing, unless you're just hand gathering items, such as the foliage that I had lined up over here, or finding plants and wheat in the world. So getting those things actually effective. Hi there, guys. Run as fast as you can. But yeah, pretty cool. Alright, later, gentlemen. I hope y'all enjoyed the update. No, it wasn't really that much. It was more of a talking head piece. But I did want to show you that we do have interaction actually working with everything in the game now. With physics dropping it in. Soon I'll have it where it's interactable for water, for picking up water, gives you level water, food, health system, all that good stuff. Alright. Well, later, guys. Talk to you soon.